Hello guys, my name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of brutal Russian invasion. And as you can see right now it's pretty late in my country, but I have to inform you and update you on one truly creative, unusual and beautiful way that Russian leader of Wagner group PRIGOZHIN has chosen to congratulate Ukrainians with the Day of Independence. And that is his death together with 8 of the closest leaders of Wagner group. If you're new to the channel and you want to follow updates from Ukraine, please subscribe and demonstrate your solidarity and celebrate independence and death of orcs on the channel. I'm sorry. But of course, all of us understand it was not the choice of Prigozhin, it was the execution and very visible execution of Putin's riot. After Prigozhin's coup, which many believed was staged and now can see was not, he went into exile to Belarus and Africa. There were some negotiations and many believed Prigozhin might be still needed. Perhaps Prigozhin believed so too. But Putin was waiting and today he killed him. What is really awful, what demonstrates us once again that Russia is a criminal and very medieval state is the fact that everybody knew this would happen to Prigozhin, everyone was waiting, and it did. So just I cannot imagine any crime like that when all the world waits, thinks it's possible, and then it happens, and nothing will happen to a person who organized it all. So think what Russia is at the moment. But Prigozhin is just the same. He is also a monster responsible for the deaths of thousands of innocent Ukrainians. Lots of his soldiers recorded videos boasting how they executed Ukrainian children. So before the war, I was a kind person, sorry for every death on this planet, but today I realized that Prigozhin deserved that, same as Putin deserves that, and I hope he will be the next one to say hello to devils in hell, because that's where they belong. So how it all developed, Wagner Group was sent to Belarus. Perhaps Prigozhin had some conversations with Putin and believed that he is still needed. And when they moved to Africa, recorded videos from there. I even had a vlog on Prigozhin's new special military operation in Africa. He was invited back to Moscow for some conversation in Kremlin. And he took his managers, leaders of Wagner Group, including Utkin, a famous Russian Nazi, and they traveled together to Moscow, but did not manage to reach Kremlin Goblin because they were shot in Tver region, if I'm not mistaken, but that is not far away from Moscow. What is more obvious that this is a public execution. According to lots of sources, including Russian sources, the plane was shot. So they did not even pretend it was bad weather condition or something happened to an engine. No, they simply shot Prigozhin and leaders of Wagner Group. And today, officially, we may say that Wagner army is beheaded. Subscribe to the channel and share the video if you agree that more Russian dictators, orcs, and people who kill innocent must be beheaded. So, honestly, I don't know what did Prigozhin expect if everyone on this planet knew he would either fall out of window or drink poison tea or smoke next to an explosive something, but okay, his plane crashed. Another option that awaits people who are against Putin. And for the majority of the democratic world, people who care about human life, dignity, choice, this is a very visible crime. But I guarantee you 100% that for the majority of Russian population, that is a beautiful message of their strong leader, and they like strong hands, and they think that once again Putin proved he is worth to be the Tsar of Russia. That's what they like. And during this month after the riot, after the coup, whatever you call it, Millions were thinking that Putin is weak, and now once again they celebrate his strength. So it's not only Ukrainians who celebrate the death of Prigozhin, it is also Putin. And we have to understand that today, as never before, he demonstrated to his enemies that he will kill them. Purges happened in Russian army straight after the riot. Lots of people lost their positions, many disappeared, and no one knows where they are. Surovikin was fired today, and believe me, sometime soon he will, I don't know, drink poison tea, or he will look at the dogs outside from his window on the 30th floor and fall. But something will definitely happen to him. This is really awful. Think about that. We all know some awful things will happen to people. We wait, we observe, and we see it. Of course, these people are monsters, but Putin is way more monstrous, and the world observes it all online and cannot do anything. And Scholz will say once again, like, we do not plan to change Putin. We do plan to change Putin and like let him live forever. So today, all leaders of Wagner are most likely dead. Also, this demonstrates that for the sake of his authority and image, Putin is ready to sacrifice even those he needs, because he needed Wagner. They are professional at killing Ukrainians. He financed them, he supported them. They were on some very important missions for Putin, but he needed to kill Prigozhin after his disgrace and march to Moscow. And today he celebrates the strength of his regime. Of course, once again, some people will be sad, especially those military people who were in favor of Prigozhin, but for the majority of Russian population, that is a very strong gesture that they so much like. So apart from this good news that minus like 10 really bad people responsible for deaths of innocent Ukrainians, including children, we have Putin celebrating his strength and his regime like demonstration. And we have only to observe what will happen. I have come across some really funny messages in Ukrainian Facebook and Twitter claiming that now we have to organize a march of justice to Moscow so that supporters of Wagner will execute Putin, which would be magnificent. And if you're not yet subscribed, please do. And share more information about Russian war crimes and Ukrainian war victories. But I am honestly, like, we cannot say 100% for sure that Prigozhin is dead. Maybe he escaped, maybe he was not on that plane, but it's very likely that he was killed by Putin. What is more awful, we all knew this would happen. So Putin makes us also worse, because by not stopping him, we observe more and more crimes. And this is awful. Thank you so much for your support and understanding. Let's celebrate Ukrainian Independence Day tomorrow together. Join me for live stream at 9 p.m. Kyiv time. Subscribe on my Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, and join my Discord community. All the interesting links are below this video. And let me think, what do you think about this creative and unusual congratulation that Putin and Prigozhin made for Ukraine by executing one of the true orcs? And I hope that one day in The Hague we will hear and we will see and we will witness similar end for one of the bloodiest dictators of this century, Putin. Thank you so much for your support of my country, Ukraine, for your understanding, and Slava Ukraini!